Hey there, Facebook. Hello, everyone, friends, and everyone that is a part of my FB world. I didn't want to fully announce it, but I also have to go with my intuition to announce it and put it out there. I caught COVID. And I thought it was because of the poor air quality that we were having in Colorado due to the fires. And then I have allergies anyways. Not as bad as when I was in California, but I still have to take allergy medicine on a daily basis just to be okay so I don't get a sinus infection. And I had been somewhat neglecting the allergy medicine on and off. Because I don't like to take all those meds. I want to protect the rest of my body. But I started with symptoms. My husband claims that my symptoms started to show up last week because I kept complaining that my brain was hurting. And I didn't think anything of it because, again, I thought poor air quality, fires, and I thought maybe I'm having a sinus issue. And then around Wednesday evening, in the middle of the night, I couldn't get up to use the restroom. I felt really out of body. My whole body was super aching, and I was vibrating all over. And so then I was like, oh, whatever, I must be tired. Dismissed it, went to the restroom, went back to bed. Though I should have gotten up and take my temp, but I was so achy and I couldn't speak that I didn't do it. So I still continued working, and thankfully I work remotely so I don't get anyone contaminated. But, and it was crazy because as I was working, I felt better because I was tapping into the life force. So it would subside, but as soon as I was done and I was writing out the energy reports, my body would start escalating again, feeling not well. But then I just dismissed it again, and I thought, okay, must be my allergies, it must be the outside. And then after I was done with my Thursday sessions, I went to bed because I was like, oh, I must be tired. Well, I burned up so bad that when my husband barely touched me by being on the side of me, he goes, oh my God, you're overheating. And I was like, no, I'm cold. And he goes, because you have a fever. He's like, hopefully it's a sinus infection. I hadn't had one since California. It's been years since I've had one. And I go, that's true. That's probably why my sinus and everything else feels like crap. And so then what ended up happening was when he took my temperature, it was extremely high. I believe at that time I was at 102.9, or I don't know. I can't remember right now because my temperature is now, thankfully, seems to be going down. I'm no longer in the 103s or 102s. I'm in the 101 point something. And so he wanted me to go to the hospital. And I was like, hell no, I don't want to go to no hospital. Excuse me. I said, I don't want to go to no hospital. He says, no, I'm taking you to the drive-through test site. I was like, nope, I don't want to do that either. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I'm like, if I don't have it, if I have a sinus infection, then I'm going to put myself out there. And I don't want to go into a hospital, which I just discovered yesterday how bad it is. I was like, I don't want to go. So then thankfully here in Colorado Springs, they have these COVID tests, which I'll show you guys. Okay. So I had to use the swab, and in 15 minutes, it showed up positive. I was in disbelief. I was like, there's no way that I could have got COVID because I've been so diligent based upon my experience with childcare, like how to keep my hands clean, wear my mask, don't wear my mask when I'm not around a bunch of people, let myself breathe. So it was temporary. If I was going into the post office or to the quick market, I kept it on, cleaned my hands. I mean, I did everything that you could possibly think of. Now, my husband's theory is that maintenance came to our house and he showed up without announcement, which he was supposed to call an hour in advance. So I woke up and I was still in my PJs and I started to clean up a little bit. It's just in my culture. Like, I'm going to clean before they come, whatever. I didn't put on my mask. I had the windows completely open throughout the house. And I even felt like I should have, but I didn't. Because I was like, oh, it's fine. The guy's just going to be in the bathroom. He was working on our shower, which we have a huge hole right now in my husband's office. It's just been fun. And then he tells my husband that his business partner in his maintenance business had COVID. He's like, I don't believe in masks. I don't believe in vaccinations. I don't care. Whatever. But the fact of the matter is he could have been a carrier. He didn't get tested either. Yay, me. So everyone else in the house was masked and stayed in their room, as protocol has been throughout the year. And we kept everything open. Again, thinking I had a sinus infection, didn't think twice. I thought, oh man, I got the infection, I got a fever, what have you. And then to come to find out that I have COVID. It's like, yay. But the weird thing is that the funny part, well, it's not funny. I was telling my husband last week, it was weird because as I was working, I would hear, what if you got COVID? How are you going to handle it, taking care of your patients? How are you going to take care of your family? What are you going to do? And I was like, I don't have time for that. Dismiss. I got to keep working. Didn't want to pay attention to, that was my warning. So anyhow, I am currently staying in my van. So here is my room. And this is by choice, by the way. This is not because anyone made me. I choose to be in my van because I couldn't put out for a hotel, which I didn't want to go into a hotel anyways, because one, that's fucked up to go into a hotel and to have COVID and know it. So, I'm a spiritualist and I don't believe that that's good to do to anyone. Okay. Secondly, I was considering a bed and breakfast because I thought it'd be an isolated place. I'll have someone come in and clean it up afterwards. But then I didn't feel right going into someone's property with the same shit because I don't know how long I'm going to be like this. No, I didn't get the vaccination because I know a lot of people are going to give me shit about that. I don't care what people choose to do. It's their life. If they want to get it, get it. I love you and support you regardless. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. If you want to wear a mask, do it. If you don't want to wear a mask, I'm fine with it because I believe, again, as a spiritualist, you have that right to choose how you want to live your life. Who the fuck am I to tell you how to live your life? So I know I'm going to get some lip from people I already have heard it from. And I'm like, I don't even have the energy to fucking try to get you to understand it. Why? Why should I try to convince anyone that I'm trying my best to do as I want to do in this life and to live my happiest with my family and to do what I love in my business? But it is quite expensive, even though I've opted out of the hotel, the bed and breakfast. Oh my God. There's so much told. You got to take these supplements. You got to get an oximeter so that you can keep an eye on your oxygen. You'll have an app. That was like $200 just in itself. And it's not so much the price, it's that it's adding up. And I am the sole provider here at my house. My husband and I had chosen that in 2020 because I was running LFE and there was no way that I could do homeschooling with my, at that time, it was 3 children that were going to school. And Eric has been a teacher. So it made sense. Like, I am the beginning and the end of this business for LFE. So obviously I'll continue on my mission. And my husband, being with his experience and his teaching background and how much he is so dedicated. He was dedicated to other people's children. He's even like really attentive for his too. So obviously he's the best candidate to be the teacher of our 2 children now because the other one had already graduated. And unfortunately she didn't get a graduation like everyone else. But with being the way I am, I'm glad that she didn't go. Currently, my daughter's going to be 6 on Saturday, and my 2 other children, my adult and my young teenager, and my husband has so far tested negative. So that's great. I've already contacted all my clients and I told them what happened and that I was going to stay quarantined and do everything I'm supposed to do per protocol that we're aware of, so that I can get better, because obviously I cannot serve on an empty cup. But I'm also at a reality check that I don't know how long I'm going to be without work. And since my business serves all of my financial and family needs, here I am, which I don't like doing, but I got to set my pride aside because I have to think about my family. I contacted unemployment, no help there. I wanted to see if there was any assistance for when you do catch COVID. How can they help you? Nothing. I contacted all the hospitals. They told me not to come in. They said that they're overwhelmed. Unless I stop breathing, this is their words, if I stop breathing or have crazy chest pains, then go in. Other than that, we wish you the best. And this is from 3 fucking hospitals, okay? Then my mother-in-law, who is a nurse, said, I want you to get this COVID-19 treatment. I can't remember it right now because my head hurts, but I think it's mitin chlora, I don't know. I can't think at the moment. But anyways, so I contact them and they tell me that I can't have it because I'm not the worst of the worst. Although I see in other states that they are giving it to other patients and they are recovering quite well if you can catch it within the 10 days of catching COVID. Cool. We called 3 different times. My husband called on his own and said, listen, my wife is sick. She caught COVID and she has severe allergies, which is very true. And I have suffered from sinus infection. Again, this is what I thought is what I had. And he's like, I just want to keep her respiratory going. And so they told him, yeah, sure, we'll get her in. So I talked to them and they said, no, we don't care that you have severe allergies. Unless you have an autoimmune or you have whatever other reason, like you're on half deathbed, we can't give it to you. So good luck is what they tell me. And I'm like, wow, so this is what's going on today. There is no medications unless you take these experimental ones and then you read. I'm on a position where I have to really decide how I want to treat myself because my life depends on it. Excuse me. And it's not like I wasn't taking my vitamin D. It wasn't like I wasn't taking my meds. But I got it anyways. I would see friends, but from a distance. I mean, I did everything that I could think of. Because I didn't want to live where I couldn't live. So I kept doing my own thing, but I thought with wisdom and keeping people at a distance. And so I was wrong. However, I'm also holding on to my message that I got last year, that those that do get the COVID, it will assist their crown consciousness. I know people are going to be like, you're fucking nuts. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm on this stage right now. I don't give a fuck. People can think what they want because they do anyways, right? So my life is still going to continue with or without the person's opinions. So I'm not scared. I'm more upset in regards to how we're being treated, or not treated, I should say, not treated. It's concerning that all of the hospitals here in Colorado are overwhelmed. I just scheduled a teledoctor for Saturday. Being that I am self-employed, insurance is not available. I have done my due diligence to work very direct and focused and taking care of the collective, taking care of my family. And now I'm in a position where I am trying to figure it out. So I am going to ask, which again, it's totally up to you guys, if anyone feels inclined, however way that you would like to intercede on my behalf, I thank you in advance. It could be a candle. It could be a prayer. It could be anything, really. If those that would like to financially support us during this time that I am out of commission, I greatly appreciate it. You're more than welcome to go onto my website at www.lifeforceenergies.life, and there is a love donation if you guys feel inclined. If you don't, I get it. I understand everyone's going through something, so I am just putting this out here because I know that I have a wonderful vibe tribe, one way or another, that are very compassionate and understand. And you guys are intuitive, so you guys can check whatever you need to check. But if you guys, anybody, feels inclined, I want to thank you first and foremost for even watching this. I know everyone's got a life to live, so thank you for taking some of your time to listen to where I'm at right now. I've been giving myself Reiki, which has been helping me. I have this. This is really making a difference for my head. I'm taking all my supplements. I'm taking my meds. I got all this stuff coming in, but it is crazy. And I'm really bummed because I'm not going to be with my daughter for her 6th birthday on Saturday. So that sucks. So it's weird. Like, I should probably be concerned about everything else, but that really bums me out. I can't be with my kid. It's the 2nd year in a row, no, 3rd, where she can't have a decent birthday. It's so fucked up. Well, I can't cry because then it'll make shit worse, so I'll clear that out right now. Whew. So anyhow, thank you so much, you guys, for listening, and thank you for your prayers. The nice thing is I'm not living in fear because I've been doing enough in this years of practice that if you live in fear, the energy of the life force declines and disease happens. So I just keep pulling it out and clearing myself. But I'm more sad. I'm sad because I can't be with my family. But that's okay. Like I said to Divine, I said, it's cool. I feel divinely protected even though I have this. I feel loved. I feel cared for and supported. I said, just don't let my family get it. It's fine. Let it just run through me. I'll clear it. I've been around childcare for over 20 years. I feel like my immune system, this is where it's saving me right now. But anyhow, thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much, Mindy. Thank you to Jody. Thank you, Bianca, for listening. Thank you for being here one way or another. Yeah. Life, right? Life. We just have to go with the flow and let it all go. And I just keep speaking that I thrive, not survive. I'm thriving even in a time like this. Anyhow, I love you all. Thank you so much for those that are standing in the gap for me. Thank you for your intercession. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for your compassion. Wishing you all a nice evening. Enjoy your lives. Enjoy your family. And stay safe.